Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested. Hey, let's do a random ranking again. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Then I'll jump into that comment section and we will talk cinema. We'll talk about films. We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about directors. We'll talk about actors. We'll talk about movie, box, DVD, cover art, all those things. Let's get to picking. You know what? Let's choose something from right here. All right. And then something. Let's go, actually, yeah, let's go down here. I can reach it. And then let's do something over here. Okay. Let's make sure I've seen these. Oh, been a while. Okay. Oh, okay. So, let's start with the first one I pulled, which was Highlander. And you know what? Actually, right over here to the right of me, I have a huge Highlander collection. The movies, the shows, and then I feel like some specials and like some blooper tapes and stuff like that I picked up at the Salvation Army for, what was it? $4 or $11. Honestly, I can't remember now. It's been so much time. Okay, here it says Highlander TV series, VHS. Oh, here's the price. Okay, $11. Bought it for $11. And I have a TV over here that has a VCR attached to it, but I just maybe 2 months ago, last month or 2 months ago, it crapped out on me, so I have to get a new VCR for that TV. This TV over here, it's built in, so now, like, my plan was to just like run through the whole series through VHS as I'm painting over here, and I just never got to it because I'm, doing other stuff. But I don't know. Anyway, this movie, I've always liked it. It's... Oh, also, sorry, I keep, like, diverging. But the animated series, Highlander animated series, which I never watched, was on, I think I found it on Peacock or Paramount. I can't remember which one, but I have been watching that. A couple days ago, they got, like, 2 seasons, but it's, like, lots of episodes, right? And I had that on in the background the other day when I was working. And from what I gathered, it was good. But again, I'd never seen it, and I was using it as a background show. But it's a great background show. And I believe it takes place in the future, if I understand correctly. And it's like a descendant of MacLeod. And it's MacLeod, right? For some reason, that sounded wrong for a second. That's right. Like, distant relative. And it's all like more like extra sci-fi and not so contemporary, or in this case, past. It's all very distant future, which is really cool. But anyway, yeah, I always liked this movie as a kid. I need to rewatch it, more and more. I mean, it's been some years, I think. I can't remember the last time, maybe 10 years or so, probably over 10 since I've last seen it. But Sean Connery is in it, and he's cool, playing sort of like a mentor and Obi-Wan type wizard, and Gandalf. It's just, I don't know, it's good. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Kind of dated, I guess, now, but I don't know if it like hinders it at all. You just kind of have to know what you're getting into. Like, I think somebody who's never seen it, who's only familiar with contemporary movies, may have a tough time with this. Like some of the pacing, but I don't know. That's just a hump they're gonna have to get over. Next we have Me, Myself, and Irene. Very funny movie. I love the interactions between him and his sons. Those parts are so funny. Is that the best part? Those are great. And what I always think is, do you remember when he's like going to the bathroom and he's peeing and it's like shooting off in every direction or whatever. I just remember my very young brother. I'm like 13 years older than him. He's yeah, he's 13 years younger than me. He was very young when this movie came out and we were watching as a family because I don't know, you just did that with Jim Carrey movies, even if this one's a little darker and a little more R-rated, you know, than some of his other ones, heavier rated. But like he remembered that and he was like, I remember, I think it was the next day he asked about it, or maybe it was while we were watching it. He was asking about it. He's like, why is he peeing like that? Why is that happening? And everybody in the family, we were all just kind of like, how do we explain this or whatever? And I don't even remember what we did. I just remember the uncomfortability that was going on during that. But yeah, Jim Carrey classic. Taps. I remember buying this one. I think I probably got it at a thrift store, if I remember, or not a thrift store. Yeah, maybe a thrift store, but I think I picked it up at my pawn shop, my local pawn shop when I was in graduate school. So it's not local to here, but when I was in grad school. One of my buddies from school worked there, and he would give me the hookup. Amazing prices. 5 cents, a nickel, a quarter sometimes a dollar, but you know, I got some good deals. But Taps is interesting because I think just yesterday I was watching a video of Tom Cruise in an interview for his upcoming Mission Impossible movie, and they were asking him, like, when did you know, or do you ever take it for granted? I can't remember. Something about, I don't remember what the question was. Maybe it was the international appeal. I don't know. But I remember he brought up Taps as one of his first movies, and just like kind of getting the acting bug. And I think he said he's wanted to act since he was 4, but like this movie, he mentioned it in that discussion, and like his interest in acting, and like never taking it for granted, and just you know, kind of being in awe and wowed that he's able to do the things that he can do. And this is a good one. We got Timothy Hutton over here, we got Sean Penn, we got Tom Cruise, all went on to become stars in their own right. We got an Oscar. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess Oscars, but the thing with, I mean, he has an Oscar, but not for this. I guess neither one of them have an Oscar for this. He got an Oscar very young in life, and then he got one older in life. What am I trying to say? Just like an icon, and then another icon, right? I don't think like Timothy Hutton, people are talking about him anymore. Maybe they are, but he's not the face. He doesn't have the face that these two do when it's like recognizability. But Taps, that was good. I mean, it was kind of like Red Dawn a little bit. Maybe, I don't know which was first, but it kind of reminds me of that, like kids who were like, we're in this case taking over the school, rather than like we're saving the country or whatever. But it just kind of reminds me of that, Red Dawn, a little bit. Okay, how are we gonna rank these? You know what, okay, I feel bad because I really like Highlander, but I don't know, today, in the mood I'm in, I'd rather watch a Jim Carrey comedy. So I'm gonna go Me, Myself, and Irene, even though when it comes to like Jim Carrey comedies, this one's not like super high. I'd probably put it at the lower if I was ranking them all, or maybe in the middle, probably in the middle, because now he's made movies that I actually just don't like. But like if we're looking at sort of when he was on top of the world making hit after hit after hit, this one would be a lower hit for me. So yeah, here we go. Me, Myself, and Irene, then Highlander, then Taps. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies? These 3 right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.